Welcome back, and today I'm going to show you how to make T5 custom maps and how to do all the fun stuff you want. So, first things first, let's get started. What do you need to do? Well, before you do anything, you need to get your ass in Radiant, and you need to go hop over to the entity dumps of all the multiplayer maps because they're going to contain how to do basically everything, and it's going to be your go-to resource here. So for an example, if you want a domination flag, you're going to go over here and you're going to select this and get the pieces of the flag. You're going to have to understand because T5 has a little bit of different things. So, all the air nodes are here. There's a lot of paths you can copy, and you can base your map sound aliases for an example and grab some of these entities, all that fun stuff. You want to learn how to incorporate a game mode, come over here and just handle it there. The one thing to note is that the trigger sizes here will not be the exact same size that you see in the map, and we will get to that when we get to the template map, especially with this trigger here, this entity called Heli Height Lock. But enough of that, let's actually get started and learn how to make a T5 multiplayer map. So the first things first you're going to do is you're going to go to your bin folder, go to your launcher, go to your map templates, go to, go right here. I'm going to provide a multiplayer template that you're going to use, and you're just simply going to open it up and drag and drop in this folder. After you're done, we're going to get to making the map. So you're going to create map, select multiplayer mode, and we're going to call it MP tutorial. So when we create this, we're going to get a couple of things. We're going to get a MP version, so it's going to say MP underscore tutorial, and then we're going to have the map itself. So you're going to want to edit the non-MP version. This is only here for building the fast file. The one without the prefix here is going to be the main map. So here's the template map. I'll give you a quick rundown. So these up here you can see are the heli nodes. If we actually hit the L key, we have layers. I did layer the map. So we can hide everything really quick, and we can bring out the air nodes. This has been ripped from Nuketown, I believe. So this contains all the mortar coordinates, as you can see off in the distance. Has some other stuff here. I recommend looking into that. I also have we'll hide the light grid in the sky. I have put all the game modes, so you can see for TDM, here's all the TDM spawns here. The blue are the starts and all that stuff, so you can hide this here. Here's the search and destroy. We have domination here, which domination can be very tricky to set up. For domination, you're going to want to have a global intermission, and you're going to want to check the GSCs, make sure everything is satisfied. We also have free-for-all and path nodes. The bots in T5 can use these path nodes, so make sure you do note them well, and they can also mantle. So you would want to check the firing range, entity dumps, and check maps and see how they handle certain things. So now that we have our multiplayer map, everything has been set. So let me show you how to build and get into multiplayer now. So you're simply going to select the non-prefix version of the map, and you're going to compile your lights, everything that you want. And we're going to build that now. Let these cube maps finish up. We're going to simply hit no. We do not want to create zone files. So now you're going to head over to your Black Ops raw maps folder, and you're going to find the compiled map files. There might be more or less depending on what you choose to build. And you're simply going to add the MP underscore prefix to these files. You're going to then cut them, and you're going to find the MP folder in here, and you're going to drop them in here. Once that is done, all that's left to do is click on the prefix version, select the mod that you're building to, make sure everything in your zone source has everything, and for the template map we have everything needed for multiplayer in a basic level. So now we have our fast file. So I'm now going to bring over our fast file, our tutorial fast file, and I already tried this tutorial before, but as you've seen, we just made a new map. We replaced it. We're going to load up plutonium. Now the map that we have does not have a material, but I will show you how to make the material in a second. Let's load this up. Please excuse me while I load up the mod here. Now we'll set the game type to DOM, since DOM is always tricky. And now we should be able to load into our multiplayer map. Now, if you don't get into your multiplayer map and instead loads a map like Array, that means your entities are invalid and you need to double check your settings. So now we can get in. Domination. And as you can see, we are now in multiplayer. We do not have a mini-map. We can add a mini-map if we so like, and I'll actually show you how to do that right now. So after we have our basic mini-map, or not mini-map, our map here, we're going to create a mini-map. So to do that, we're going to do developer 1, and I will actually say one big thing. If you are having problems with your map, you're getting kicked out of your map, or you know, you add, say, search and destroy to your map, and when you try to load into search, it loads a different map instead, or it won't work with that game mode, you will have to set to developer 1, set map rotation, set these things to this exactly. So just make that blank, and then same with current. So now the map rotation current, and that it will basically tell you the error as long as you have developer 1 in the console, and it kicks you in the main menu. But for mini-map purposes, we need to just simply turn on developer and developer script. So now we're going to type exec minimap, and as you can see, actually we do need to dev map into our map, so we need to go to dev map mp tutorial. I think I destroyed that name. Nope. Sweet. Domination. And now we can execute that again. Now if we do set scr minimap height 2400, we might need to go up a little higher. Ooh, too high. So we'll go to 5400. Yep. So you can see here it says this side up, it has this bounding box. All you're simply going to do is you're going to type /screenshot JPEG. I recommend a JPEG. You can also get a /screenshot for TGA. TGA is the preferred format, or at least I recommend TGA for exporting your minimaps. So I'll show you how to quickly do a minimap here. So let's edit this TGA file. As you can see, it is blank. So this is why sometimes you want to export as a JPEG. Now, I will open this with paint.net, please. Yep. Now, to make your mini-map, you're simply going to select here. And you're going to then select all the way to here. And with this paint.net here, you're going to at least crop it. And now, here is your mini-map. You're simply going to save it as, and you're going to call it, if you go to your code, so if we go to raw, and then you go to your maps, and then your maps GSC will actually be in the MP folder. You will see here that this is our, this is what our compass is called. So compass minimap tutorial. We will save this as a TGA with that name. And then you're going to have to go to Asset Manager and set that up. So if we go here now, we can now bring this over to our mod folder. And as we go along here building this, we'll talk more about the GSC and what you can change. So we'll bring this over here. We'll simply throw this in the images folder because we're going to need to make an IWI for our mini-map. So open up Asset Manager. And you're going to create a new asset for a material 2D. If this loads, we will pull up the one I use for my multiplayer map. So we can go type source data CDLC minimap 1. So here is our minimap. So we can duplicate this. Can we derive entry? Yep. We'll call it MP tutorial. Actually, that's not the correct entry. We want to copy entry. Forget, that's not how it works. There we go. Now we have our tutorial compass. And these are the settings you're going to want. So now we're going to select our tutorial compass. Convert our asset. I don't think it liked what I was putting out there, but now we should have a IWI in our raw. So after that is done, we will have, yep, now we have our tutorial. We'll bring this over to our images folder here. And on top of it, we will need to then zone it in. So you will see in the zone source. Do I already have it up here? Nope. We'll talk about the code in a second. We find, where is it? We have so many files here. MP, sort by name. Come on files. There we go. MP tutorial. So once we're here, we're gonna have to change our material. So you can see, I already have it here commented for you. And we're just gonna uncomment it here. Now, some other things you can change are, say, sounds. So say you want the sounds from radiation, you just change this to the radiation sound profile. And then you can also then change the actors on your map. So if you want to have different team sets, like, you know, SOG versus whoever, you just change that here, and you could take a look in the zone source. You have a couple of types. There's couple of other things you can bring in here, but that is all for now. So we can, we'll save that. We'll go back over here and we can take a look at a couple things. So if you want to say change your team, you will have to, we have this little special function here that pre-caches the models twice. So if you want, when you change the multiplayer types, you will need to change this right here. You will need to select the correct multiplayer types. And I already have them all organized for you, so it's pretty simple which one to do. Other than that, everything else is really up to you. And that's pretty much it. So now we will check this out, make sure that when we rebuild our fast files, since we added that new material, we should have it there. We'll also have to build it in the IWD. So what we'll have to do now is copy it over and double check, make sure that we have an image for our multiplayer tutorial. After that's done, it's really up to you. So let's go to Plutonium and throw that in. Give me a second, let me do that really quick here. Go to mods, go to here, grab your fast file, and let's go and load into Plutonium now. I don't recommend really, I don't think that this tab over here for multiplayer really works. And if you try to edit to view the entity dumps, it doesn't work, so you could just go to Radiant and open them manually. Save yourself some time. Bear with me. So now we can do map MP tutorial. And now we should be loading in with, oh, can load image. MP tutorial. So I made an oopsie there. What was the oopsie, you might ask? I forgot to bring over the IWD. Super fail, as you can see here. So that's a reminder to double check your work when you're doing this. Create FX tool does seem to work on multiplayer. As a side note, I haven't figured out how to get it to work exactly. I know it has functions and it seems to do something, so there might be a tutorial on that in the future. Now let's load into our multiplayer tutorial. Please let us in. And as you can see, now our minimap should be here. If T5 lets us in. And as you can see, we are in with a minimap perfectly aligned. Now, when you start making your map, you might have this, see this shiny gold, you might lose this shiny gold. Now, if you want to keep your reflections, let me show you a little trick in Radiant that I learned. And you can break down in the map. So if we go back to our little test map here, remember we want to edit the non-MP prefix. I have the MP prefix in a blockout texture. It won't let you even load in. But if we go back to here and we hit our world spawn, you can see we have a key called single reflection probe. And what that will do is it will use this singular reflection probe to reflect around the whole map. So while that's a lower quality reflection, it will still be a more aesthetically pleasing result. As a fun note, I have included these barrels from the official maps. These are how they're done, with full collisions, and when you blow up, they will let you pass through. You can also find some other things like glass and all that stuff. Another thing you want to be able to do is you want to be able to see nodes. So if we turn on cheats, and now we have nodes, you want to make sure that these nodes are all connected and you don't have bad nodes, and that the AIs can properly path through your map. They can't go up ladders, but they can mantle and do a couple of other things. You might be able to add ladder support if you're crazy enough. And that's basically it for T5. If you have any questions, just feel free to reach out. I might do more tutorials for multiplayer in the future if there are questions. And if there's anything you think I missed, or if I need to redo this tutorial, please leave a comment down below. I hope you all enjoyed the mapping experience for T5. Good luck, and stay tuned for more T5 tutorials and releases by me. Soon I will have a single player stuff coming up. I believe also you can use the bot warfare mod to play some bots, so you're not here in your levels all alone. As you can see, I'll let them come in. Yeah. Well, hope y'all enjoy and have fun. Can't wait to see what y'all make.